What is up, people? In this video we're doing the first impressions of the Hoka One One Mach 4. What's up, guys, and welcome back to 40 Runs. How are we all doing, people? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, have you gone for the Mach 4? Let me know. Now, I've got to say a big thank you to everybody who voted on Instagram, because this video's down to you guys. I put up a poll asking which video do you want to see first, the first impressions of the Hoka Mach 4 or the Puma Velocity, and I think it was over 70% said the Mach 4. So make sure you're following 40 Runs on Instagram. Right, so we'll come back and do a review of the Velocity at some point, but I wanted to come and do a first impressions, basically because you told me to, of the Mach 4. Now it's the first impressions, so just the 3 runs done so far, and I've tried to do different variations of runs to report back to you on what it's been like. But before we get into all that, let's do the stats and features. Right, guys, so the Mach 4, which is part of the Profly series from Hoka, this shoe is £125 here in the UK, and it's just over 8 ounces in my UK 9.5, and it fits true to size-ish. We'll come on to that. We've got an engineered mesh upper, but it's a one-piece mesh upper. I'll show you that in a second. We've got the anatomical Achilles construction. I'll show you that in a second. We've got a Profly midsole. We've got early stage Meta rocker. We've got the rubberized EVA outsole. You've got a 5mm drop, and it said the weight, but yeah, it's just over 8 ounces. Now, the upper is like this really stretchy one-piece construction. I really, really love it. You've got to say this is part of the Profly series, so you've got the 2 bits of midsole. You've got the rubberized part, then you've got the normal part here. So this rubberized part then goes all the way around to the outsole. We'll come on to the durability in a minute because I know there's some concerns. What else? There's the anatomical Achilles construction, basically the shark fin pulling away. You've got a slight bit of heel structure in terms of an overlay on the back here. You've got the hoof, which is all about that sort of, what is it? They're talking about vibration, dispersing the vibrations if you strike further down here. That's, I think, the idea. Let me know in the comments if I got that wrong. Lacing, where's the lacing? I think is ridiculous. One negative. Look at how big that is. Nike with your Zoom X Invincible. Check this out. And they're also stretchy as well. But yeah, that's one of the, I say, only problems with the shoe. We'll come on to it in a minute. But the lacing is ridiculous on this shoe. Fit-wise, I said true to size-ish. Like all Hokas, they do come up narrow. But your outside of your foot, again, does feel like it's poking out. But even after 3 runs, I've noticed that it's giving, especially with this sort of, was it stretchy-ish? Yeah, upper. It definitely gives a little bit, but just be aware when you put them on, you're going to think you've gone a size too small. Might even be worth getting both, you know, half a size up or a full size up in the Hokas if you know you've got a problem, but just be aware. But it does give, okay? It does give. Like I said a second ago, this is a part of the Profly series, so you've got like the Rocket X, Carbon X2, then you've got this bad boy. This doesn't have a plate in it at all. This is more of a training shoe in that series. Right, I think that's it. If I've left anything out, let me know in the comments, but let's get on to how it feels and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so this is more of your sort of daily trainer, up-tempo daily trainer vibe. As I said a second ago, this sits under the sort of carbon-plated versions in the series. I think, I'm trying to get the right words to say, I actually think that this is probably one of the better daily trainers that have come out so far in 2021. And that's a bold claim, I appreciate that. I mean, you guys know how much I like the Gel Nimbus Light 2, but as a daily trainer, I think this offers a lot. It has one big downside, we'll come on to that in a second. But in terms of feel, is a really nice blend of that sort of softness but smoothness out of the midsole. It really is a very nice blend in which they've created. I really dig it. It's super flexible, so obviously no carbon plate. So you get that sort of, yeah, that transition with the rocker, with the softness of the Profly, and it just, yeah, it takes you through. It really does feel good. And those easier pace runs, and then when you go, you know what it's like in the daily training, you want to take it into a sort of maybe a tempo session or like a faster pace run. This can do it. I really, really enjoyed this shoe. Really did in those 3 runs I did. And even to much as say that I think if you're looking at a daily training, you're looking at the Nike Pegasus, don't bother. Get this. I really think that they've sort of, I don't know, they kind of nailed it with this shoe in most aspects. Right, there's a big caveat to all this. Yeah, it just feels light, smooth, and it's got some get up there and go, but it at the same time you can just go and do a gentle 5K in it. And that is a great shoe in terms of a daily trainer, because that's where I think this sits for me. I mean, it may be wrong, but yeah, that's where it sits for me. £125, a lot of money, but in the scheme of things, nowadays with most shoes out there, it's still relatively cheap-ish. You've got plenty of lockdown with the lacing and all that sort of stuff. So again, you've got no issues in terms of that. I took off a runner's knot. I had a runner's knot on it, and I took that off. I just preferred that sort of slightly looser fit, that slightly more casual fit to the shoe. The outsole, and I think this is one of the problems, and this is the sort of caveat that I referred to. I'm a bit worried about the wear, right? Now, I've only worn these, as I said, 3 times, and okay, again, I'm down the towpaths, right, which has got, you know, gravel and it's multi-terrain, so I'm being a bit harsh on it, but I just worry about the durability of this. Let me know in the comments if you've got this shoe, what the durability is like. I have concerns, people, about the durability of this. It's wearing here already after 3 runs. Okay, now again, I've been down the canal towpaths. If you've seen any of the videos, if not, go check out some of the vlogs that I do on the towpaths. So it is a harsh place to take it, right? This is, you know, on the roads will probably be fine, but yeah, I've scuffed them up down there already. So I've got some concerns in terms of durability, which I think is the only thing that is letting this shoe down. Because like I said, if you're looking at a Nike Pegasus, if you want a daily trainer, then you want to be looking here, I think. Really do. It is that good. It really is. It's got everything. It's light, it's relatively cheap, and it makes you feel awesome. Fit, okay, if you've got a particularly wide foot, then go with the Asics Gel Nimbus Light 2 if you've got a wide foot. But if you don't struggle with any width in terms on your running shoes, go here. Yeah, I think I can't talk about it any more than that. Yeah, it's just a good shoe, people. You know when you just get a good shoe and it just feels great and it just feels light and it just makes you feel awesome. That for me is a win-win. £125, I can live with that. Yeah, so that's it. Simple, effective. Okay, first impressions, appreciate that. We're going to come back, we'll do a performance review, we'll find out how we're getting on with the outsole, we'll do all that. But first impressions, people, I'm really digging the Mark IV.